My God, my gorgeous Capricorn, do you know what? I like December so much when it comes to you. I'm telling you, this is so important. The stage and the period in between the 12th and the actual 17th of December is literally going to change your life. This is your time. This is your moment. You have been waiting for this for such a long time, and the news and information that you are going to have, it's going to change your whole life. It's going to change absolutely everything, and this is to do with one of the biggest accomplishments of your life. It's not even going to seem that big at that moment in time, but for you, the information and the message that you are going to have it on a personal level, this is going to mean so much, because it's going to answer some kind of question that you've been wondering what to do for such a long time, in form of the actual step that you need to make. But then on another hand, there is so much that it's actually going to change after this moment in time. The things that were worrying you and slowing you down are going to become obvious, and in itself they are most certainly and most importantly going to come to an end. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Capricornius, and it's for December 2022. December will be the month to remember, and especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Capricornius. Your number is 888. It's like, oh my God. On one hand, you are going to have a ridiculous luck when it comes to this month. Just remember this. You are going to have a ridiculous luck when it comes to this month, but only under one condition. Of course, you must think completely positively and optimistically about the problems and things that you are facing, because the part of your challenge is going to be to understand, to open yourself up, but to also understand the power of your intuition and the power of your mind as well. This in itself is going to become obvious by the end of December indeed, but I'm telling you that the luck is most importantly going to be on your side. And as long as you really kind of paying attention to those aspects of your life that are making you feel strange, different, and unique, and those aspects of your life that you feel so good about while you're like kind of only focusing on them, let alone doing them, because it's all about you coming on top of your spiritual journey and doing absolutely the right thing at this moment in time, because it's all going to point towards a very, very sacred gift that you have, and including the fact that you do have 888, which is also bringing you a good luck throughout the month of December. This is a rather spiritually bombastic combination indeed. What is actually going to happen this month, my gorgeous Capricornius, is that, basically, you are going to gain your strength. You're going to gain your confidence. I'm not saying that you needed the strength and confidence, but you will see exactly what I mean. You're going to gain your strength and you're going to gain your confidence through this particular person. There is a particular man, very powerful man, very unusual man, very significant man in your life. Somebody who is a rather old spirit indeed. This person could even be younger, but an extremely wise and old spirit. But it is a vibe of a person who is like a much older and very, very wise person with so many different elements when it comes to their life. That particular person who you are going to be inspired by so much, it's really kind of, this person is as spiritual, very spiritual, at times rather unusual, but also at the same time, this person is ridiculously powerful when it comes to their success in life in general. And this is someone who you like really kind of look up to. And this person is also rather emotionally mature. So even if it's a younger person with like a really wise spirit, like really old spirit, that person is keep on inspiring people who are so much older than that particular person. This particular person comes across as someone who has got like a 10 times more like a life experience than somebody who's like a twice their age, for example, if we are talking about a younger person. But if it's somebody older, then you know, it's like someone who is extremely wise, intelligent and clever as well when it comes to their spirituality and the things that they are doing in their life. So that particular male person, it's really going to inspire you. Through that person, you're not only going to gain a strength back, a confidence back, your self-esteem back, but it's all about control over that part of over a particular part of your life that was making you to question your own like kind of spiritual journey, you know, and every now making you question like whether you're doing the right things, you know. So this particular person, it's really kind of going to have such a wonderful impact and influence on you, because it's going to help you to understand the things that you don't understand about yourself. And that in itself, it's on one hand going to make you aware of the fact that you are, for the first time in a long time, having a control over those aspects of your life that you didn't simply know what to do over the last 2 or 3 years. And even more so, through that particular person, you will know this is the bottom, mama. This is the bottom line here, because through that person you will understand, on one hand, it's time to make your dreams real. But you will also understand how to make your dreams real, how to in terms your dreams into the actual reality. So this in itself is very, very important, because it's also not only showing you what part of your life you really need to manifest, but it's also showing you what you are actually going to manifest indeed. And that in itself is going to, a couple of days later, you know, this is going to put you in a bit of like a kind of position where you're really going to be thinking and contemplating. And why you're going to be thinking and contemplating is because you will know that something came to an end at the same time in your life, something that you used to be so passionate about, but you're not going to be able to start the process of turning these goals into reality until you're completely honest with yourself first of all, and see which part of your life you used to be so passionate about that slowly but surely came to an end. So when you find yourself like contemplating, you need to focus on this inspiration. You need to focus on what did you realize, what do you need to do. You need to focus on this vibration and this energy, which is going to lead you towards making your dreams reality. Don't focus on those things like when you're contemplating, you know, the reason why you're going to be contemplating is because you will know that you're not going to be able to do this until you cut something out of your life and you leave the previous situation behind. So this is what you need to remember. This previous situation came to an end. We are learning, we are growing, we are evolving, my gorgeous Capricornians, all the time. So this is, you just have to be honest with yourself. So when it comes to that contemplation, how you're going to do this, when you're going to do this, oh God, you know, how I'm going to incorporate this with this. But you just need to specify completely with yourself what exactly came to an end. It's about the discontinuance of a previous efforts, but then at the same time you are, without even knowing and realizing, you are leaving this for something much better. And even more so, all you need to do is just be honest with yourself. Look at this. All you need to do, my gorgeous Capricornians, is just be honest with yourself. Look, and look, because this, I didn't even have to shuffle these babies. Look at this, because it's just something that became burden in your life. You see this burden, mama, something that became like a very difficult and heavy burden in your life anyway. So it's just like, you know, this spiritual and universal energies are all going to be pointing you towards this, and you know, just to leave this behind because it came to an end. So this is something that you need to remember, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed, you know. And so only like couple of days after that moment in time, only couple 2 or 3 days after that, only few days, let's say within the next few days after that moment in time, you are really gonna make such an amazing step. You're gonna make a really ridiculously brave move here. And I'm saying brave because the timing, it's not going to be clear, and it's just gonna seem like so long, and it's gonna seem like it has so many different stages and things like that. And bless your heart, this is why I'm saying it's brave, because you're not going to let that put you off. So you are gonna make a rather bold move, and that in itself, as soon as you make a bold move And it's going to be quite bold, because the things are going to seem like they're going to take so much longer than they actually would. And when you make that bold move, you know, you're also you know, you're going to become aware of like the fact that, you know, this is important, because as soon as you make that bold move, you will feel like you want to celebrate, because you're going to realize that, you know, that situation that was worrying you so much to leave behind, you're going to realize that that was absolutely the right thing to do already. You will become aware of this as soon as you make that bold move. But also at the same time, you are going to have a very, very unusual sign at around the same time. Very unusual sign. And the sign that you are going to have, it's just like going to come in form of you having a very unusual idea to start some kind of a new venture. And this is going to surprise you, because this is going to come to you like completely out of the blue, but it's also going to make you so independent at this stage of your life. And also, my gorgeous Capricornius, you know, it's like a really fantastic conclusion that you are going to have here when it comes to December. And the brilliant conclusion that you are going to have, it's also, look at this, the conclusion that you are going to have. And this is a lot to do with you kind of understanding and knowing exactly what part of yourself, which part of your life do you need to nurture yourself more spiritually. Conclusion that you are going to have, it's really going to make you understand that now it's time to come out of yourself. Now it's time to explore as much as you can. Now it's time to reconnect with as many people as you can. And that conclusion that you are going to have, it's also more going to be about your personal life, and it's about you coming out of yourself and living your life again. You know, it's not so much about the business, it's not so much about things like that, but it's about your own ultimate happiness, and knowing exactly what do you need to do in order to make your life so much more colorful. And this is also going to be so important when it comes to you really kind of reconnecting and connecting with the people in your life again, but also living your life to you know, to in the best possible way, by enjoying yourself, having fun a little bit, you know, going out, you know, meeting with people. There is all sorts of things that are going to start like kind of on one hand opening up like within you, but then on another hand it's just all going to lead towards a little signs, you know. So this conclusion, it's going to make you feel so happy because of the inspiration. It's going to bring you an inspiration in life again, and that in itself, it's only going to confirm something that was on your mind where you were going through the hermit moment. You had a very kind of a powerful hermit moment in November. This is a reading for December, but there is a very powerful hermit moment that you had in the actual at the beginning of November. Something that you were thinking about, something that you wanted your life to be, something that you wanted your life to become. And this was a lot to do with your understanding how the power of bringing fun into our lives, you know, the power of like enjoying our lives. You know, I'm not saying you're not enjoying your life, but you will see exactly what I mean. This in itself, it's really marking an important spiritual comeback where you're going to realize the power of like nurturing your life and doing things that you really enjoy, but at the same time, you know, like kind of like looking at this from a completely different aspect and understanding how important this is. These things are for our spirit, for our souls, for our, you know, spiritual evolvement. Do you know what I mean? So this is important. And also, my gorgeous Capricornius, what I extremely like, it's by the end of December, you know, this is crazy. The last 7 days of December are going to be so important. The last 7 days of December, because what you're going to find out, you're going to find mind-blowing. What you're going to find out, it's going to surprise you. What you're going to find out, it's not only going to change your life, but what you're going to find out, it's already going to start a process of change, the process of manifestation. You need to understand this. What you're going to find out, my gorgeous Capricornius, within the last 7 days in December, it's like, oh my God, it's like you're going to become fully aware of something that you didn't know before. And that in itself, it's really kind of going to, what you're going to find out, it's like almost like that you are able to do something you wanted to do for an absolute ages. But this is to do with your planning, this is to do with your future, but this is also to do with the process of manifestation starting at that moment in time. This is something you must understand, the power of this, the seriousness of this, the power of this, the seriousness seriousness of this, seriousness of this, you need to understand the last 7 days of December, you're going to find out something that it's really going to change your whole world, like what you can do in the near future, that the chance, it's going to be mind-blowing. This chance is going to be absolutely everything. But what you're not going to understand at that moment in time, that this is going to take an additional 10 months until it explodes in the best possible way. It's going to take an additional 10 months. The process of manifestation is going to start then and there, with your understanding that you are able to start something, start some kind of process, and this in itself is going to take an additional 10 months. And after 10 months, your life is going to change completely, because it's going to lead towards one of the biggest, most powerful, most significant, most intense manifestations of your life. Financially, oh my God. When it comes to happiness, oh my God. When it comes to the ultimate happiness in life, this is going to change absolutely everything. And it's also connected to some kind of not some kind of, but like to a really amazing turning point. And what else I was going to say, so it's going to take 10 months, okay? The process of manifestation is going to start. So what you're going to become aware of, my gorgeous Capricornians, that you can do within the last 7 days of December, you need to go for it. You need to go for it no matter what. And do not think negatively. Okay, because the negativity can kind of manifest into real challenges. Just remember the golden word, manifestation. You're already starting the process of manifestation here. So you have to be as optimistic as you possibly can. And also, to make things even more sweeter for you, it's the process of justice. What kind of process of justice you have been waiting for so long? Okay, because it's like basically it's either like a proper, like a legal justice, you know, you've been waiting for some kind of outcome, or if it's not like to do with the proper legal justice, then it's to do with someone very important trying to decide something for you, but this means to you so much, and it did kind of worry you for such a long time. The bottom line is it does have a very strong element of justice attached to it. So the bottom line is that this month you are going to have this message which is going to make you aware of like that justice that you've been waiting for. It's going to turn into your favor, and this is a brilliant moment for you. But even more importantly, it's not about the brilliant moment, it's also about something really specific that you will learn about yourself at the same time. Something you've learned, something so special and so specific about yourself when it comes to that justice. And that in itself, it's again going to make you feel extremely optimistic, extremely courageous, extremely happy about what is to come, because you will realize something so special about yourself, which is going to make all this so much more meaningful that I've actually mentioned so far, because it's going to become a very strong part of your spiritual journey. So now, my gorgeous Capricornians, I'm just going to see what do you need to take, like when it comes to nutrition and things like that. I highly recommend you to take something like a natural vitamin D3 supplement, which is going to really boost your immune system, but it's also going to be ridiculously superb. Like it's going to be really important when it comes to your bones, because you will find your bones are quite a little bit like sensitive, especially when it comes to your hands. So I highly suggest you to take a natural vitamin D3 in combination with a natural zinc as well, which is a superb combination in order to boost your immune system, in order to increase your energy levels, but at the same time it's going to be beneficial for your skin, hair and nails as well. And also the last thing that I would like to recommend you would be organic chlorella, because I said so many times, whether people believe me or not, that's absolutely fine, but we've got dangerous metals everywhere, in the sky, in the ground, in the soil, in the air, in the plants. You know, there are dangerous metals absolutely everywhere. So organic chlorella is superb, and it's been proven over and over again when it comes to its ability to actually detoxify us from all these metals. So organic chlorella is something everybody should be taking, and also at the same time it's going to like be so beneficial for your brain, for your mind, for your memory. Why? Because it's got omega-3 essential fatty acids supplements in, and our body cannot produce its own omega-3, but it's essential. Do you see what I mean? So if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay? And if you would like to buy these supplements, the link is going to be in the description below, or you can just simply go on Google and type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you will be able to see my vitamins coming up that way as well. So now, my gorgeous Capricorn, the very important raise your vibration. 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 Feel your own power. Raise your vibration. Raise your vibration. Capricornius, 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 pam, 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 Capricornius, pam. Raise your vibration, my gorgeous Capricornius. You can do this just like that. Trust me. So now, my gorgeous Capricornius, the very first date that I would like to talk to you about, it's actually going to be the very 1st of December. From the very 1st of December, you will notice that the energy is different. The energy is going to be so different to the actual energy of the month of November. You know, you will see exactly what I mean. So the 1st of December, it's almost like, my goodness, like you are opening the door like to a completely different dimension, and that in itself, it's going to make you think about like a really unusual thoughts. You're going to have unusual thoughts, the unusual things, there are going to be unusual things on your mind, and this is also a really good sign to show that you're emotionally growing. You're emotionally stretching yourself. You're emotionally stretching your mind. And there is so much that it's going to be on your mind, and you're not going to be able to explain where this is coming from. Lots of strange thoughts, lots of strange things are going to be on your mind. And then this is important because it's going to put you in the right mode to understand certain aspects of your life from a completely different angle. You will see exactly what I mean. You're going to open up like a big mama now, you know, and even my plantini is like agreeing here. And that in itself, it's going to like kind of suddenly make you realize, like, you know what I mean, on the very 1st of December, you are going to realize like how much do you want to like transform and change your life. But even more so, you are going to benefit from the power right now, from kind of like realizing things from a different perspective. And that in itself, it's like kind of going to make you aware by the end of the 2nd of December. By the end of the day, me, on the 2nd of December, you're already going to have a really interesting idea. What exactly do you want to change in your life? How exactly you're going to do it? And most importantly, how much you want to transform and change your life. By the time you get to the 3rd of the actual December, you know you're going to feel like completely creative. You're going to be working on something that means to you so much. You know, I know that your concentration levels are going to be like, oh my God. So you're going to be doing something that you really enjoy. And when we do this, we at the same time, we are creating very special vibration that universally gets back to us, and in return, like kind of like makes us realize things in terms of opportunities and possibilities that we wouldn't normally have, that we wouldn't normally realize. That's what I meant to say, realize. You see what I mean? So on the 3rd of December, you are going to find yourself being ridiculously like kind of creative. You're going to find yourself working on something. You know, like, I don't know, maybe you like to do math, for example. You're like, oh yeah, let me just do lots of math, you know, type of thing. I don't know, you know, something that means to you so much. And that in itself, like, creativity with your mind, math, I guess, you know. But anyway, so it could come, maybe you're painting and you're going to be painting. Maybe you like doing a bit of a carpentry, you know what I mean? Maybe you like drawing, you're going to be drawing. Maybe you like, I don't know, cleaning. Lots of people love cleaning. This is brilliant to like, you know what I mean? Maybe you're going to like cleaning and you're going to be really creative and cleaning around the house. But the bottom line is that something really interesting is going to happen. So you're going to be focusing on something completely different, very intensely. And then suddenly something is going to be on your mind out of the blue, like a few different options are going to be on your mind suddenly, and these few different options that are going to be on your mind are going to be completely directed to things that you have been thinking about on the 1st and the 2nd of December 2022. And these opportunities, these options that you are going to have on your mind are also going to like be something really, really wise. You know, all of these options are going to be really, really wise, and at the same time, one of them is going to be like absolutely outstanding in a sense of the one is going to be so much more important than the rest, and that in itself is going to be so obvious because you will know that around the one specific option and opportunity that is going to come to you, your spirit is going to be rising differently, your passion is going to be ignited, you're going to elevate yourself through the power of the actual inspiration when it comes to your determination. So a few options are going to be on your mind, but one of them is going to be like a big mama, because you will know which one makes you the most passionate, like over everything else. The other options you can do later on, but one of them is going to be pretty much so standing out, like there is no tomorrow, you know. And at the same time, my gorgeous Capricornians, you're going to realize on the 3rd of December that you became so much braver. And the reason why you're going to realize this, because normally that option you'll be like, oh, it's not the right time. So now you're going to realize that something changed, but at the same time this is all down to your own resilience, through your own experience and things that you've actually been to 2 or 3 years, the last 2 or 3 years, that you don't want to repeat anymore. So now you're going to realize how much stronger you're growing, so much stronger. And this in itself is providing with a rather fresh perspective here, which on the other hand, it's allowing you to like kind of feel this determination through your own spirit rising. Absolutely remarkable indeed. And also, my gorgeous Capricornians, what else I was going to recommend you would be this beautiful ruby fuchsite. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at these colors, so pastel and so gorgeous. And this is something that is really kind of like a promoting but it's for strength, but it's also for like, I'm hearing something, but I'm not too sure what it is. Maybe Coco is scratching the door. I'm gonna need to check. So it's like basically, yeah, this is sorry, I need to check. I can hear something. Maybe it's just like sorry. No. I'm hearing things. Oops. So no, it's not Coco scratching the door. So basically, yeah, you see this, it's like I would highly recommend you ruby fuchsite, my gorgeous Capricornians. It's because it promotes self-love. And I'm not saying that you're not loving yourself, but when it comes to you, when it comes to December and January and February, you are you're gonna be put like on a central spot. You know, you're gonna be on the spot with the certain things in your life. You will understand and you will know that you need to make a really important decisions. You know, and that in itself is going to require from you to be grounded, from you to be self-centered. Not self-centered, my goodness, not self-centered, sorry. My God, it's going to be required from you to be grounded, and it's going to be required from you to be centered, not self-centered. No, baby, no. Centered, I meant, okay? And that in itself, it's really kind of going to come from you loving yourself. The more you appreciate yourself and the more you love yourself, the more unique energy and vibration you're giving out, and you attract those people who appreciate you, and you attract those people who love you. You attract those people who are specifically needed to be on your spiritual journey, those people who you learn from the most, and those people who you will cooperate in the best possible way. Within the next few months, there is a lot that is going to be happening to you, and that's what I want you to attract, only the right people into your life. Yes, we learn from every single person, every single situation, everything that happens, but now when it comes to this, by wearing this gorgeous ruby fuchsite, this changes your vibration, and it promotes this energy of self-love, which in order it brings closer people towards you that are going to appreciate you, that are going to appreciate your work, that are going to appreciate you, that are going to appreciate your world, that are going to appreciate your life. You see, so it just helps you to kind of reconnect with yourself, but also to attract the right people into and the right energies into your life. This gorgeous ruby fuchsite comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Capricornians, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. Now the 13th of December, it's like, oh my God, the 13th of December, this is amazing, this is remarkable, this message is going to surprise you, you're going to find this absolutely mind-blowing, this point of your life, this time of your life, it's going to change your life, and the message that you're going to get, it's going to make you feel so extremely happy, because it's to do with an aspect of your life that you've been working on for such a long time. And now it's to do with an important success, an important accomplishment. Oh my God, this is going to be so good. You're going to feel so proud of yourself, but the people who knows you are going to feel proud of you as well. I like it so much, because this is going to reflect in so many different ways. And also the 13th of December, I can tell you surely that, you know, an aspect of your life that you wanted to become a reality, slowly but surely it's becoming truth. Some kind of a wish, something that you wanted to happen for such a long time, this is going to lead you towards that point, which is going to leave you with no option but to find yourself on a spiritual quest. After that moment in time, you know, things are going to start getting on your nerves, that have been getting on your nerves for such a long time, and that you maybe have been angry with yourself that you didn't do anything about it. So now this is going to be highlighted even more, which means that you're going to find yourself on a spiritual quest, and you will most importantly want more out of life, which is needed and it's natural at this stage. So you will kind of want to move on, and this is going to surprise you how adamant you are going to be. This is really going to surprise you, this element of you, how strong and adamant you're going to feel. But then at the same time, what is going to surprise you even more is some kind of revelation of a very special gift, some kind of special gift you need to take on the next level. But what is going to surprise you, what a big, massive and giant role this is actually going to play in all this, your spiritual gift. It's what you're gifted for, about. What you're gifted about, what you're gifted, you know, for, like what you're born with, what is a very strong part of your spiritual journey, an element of you that means to you so much that it's going to be highlighted, that now it's time to take it on the next level. There is an element of surprise that I'm seeing here, that you're going to have, how adamant you're going to feel, as I said, about this. But this is only a good sign. This is brilliant, my gorgeous Capricornians, especially when it comes to your own progress in life. Because not only you're going to benefit from this, but there are people who are very close to you and important to you are actually going to benefit from this journey so much, because you are what you are doing right now, you're inspiring others as well, apart from yourself. But those others are those special people in your life who mean to you the most. There is so much that it's actually going to come out of this indeed. And also, my gorgeous Capricornius, what else I was going to recommend you would be this absolutely beautiful purple moss agate. Look at this, absolutely gorgeous. This is not only beautiful and gorgeous, but amazingly it opens you up. This is one of the most powerful crystals that you can have in terms of that you can wear, in terms of the actual quickness, how quick it works and how quickly it balances us out, especially when it comes to us being wise. It opens us up. Sorry. Almost immediately. So if you want to understand something from the highest point of view, wear this. You will understand it immediately. If you want to look in a certain way or sound in a certain way, if you want to express yourself in a certain way and to come across as someone really wise, I'm not saying you're not wise, you will know exactly what I mean, then you wear this. And if you are having like a really intense and important conversation and you want to go as deep as possible, you will surprise yourself when you wear this, because at the same time you find out so many other elements about yourself that you feel connected to that you didn't know before. But on another hand, you're really like surprised, like, oh my god, where all these words are coming from, why am I oh my god, I can't believe I say this, I can't believe I understand this. Do you know what I mean? So there is so much about yourself that you're also going to understand by wearing this. Sorry. So this is called Purple Moss Agate, and this comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this also is in the description below. By the time you get to the 27th of December, it's like, oh my god, by the time you get to the 27th of December, you know what you need to remember is like how powerful you are. There is no need to fear. That's what you need to remember. On the 27th of December, remember how powerful you are. There is no need to fear. This is important. And at the same time, because you are gonna be really kind of facing a certain choice, it's a very wise choice, but something is just still gonna be putting you off. But you have to like kind of understand that this wise choice that you're gonna be actually facing, it's so important, because you will on one hand put yourself as a number one. That's exactly what you should be doing, because by putting yourself as a number one here, you're not being selfish, you're not being horrible, you're not being nasty. But you know what? By putting yourself as a number one here, you're also protecting other people in your life. You're doing something amazing for other people in your life. And although what I find a little bit scary is that this is going to seem like it's like quite selfish, like you shouldn't feel. That's how you're going to feel, like it's something selfish, that you're making a selfish choice at the time when there is so much going on. No, baby, no. If you don't help yourself, you're not going to be able to help your other people. And this is where the little trick is going to happen on the 27th. It's going to seem like something like, oh, selfish, you're like rewarding yourself too much or something like that. No, baby, no. There's never enough reward when it comes to ourselves, giving to ourselves. If you feel like you want to reward yourself, just go for it. So this is what you need to understand, that at the time when you're making this wise choice, it's going to seem like, oh God, is this the right thing I should be doing right now? No, baby, no. It's exactly the right thing that you should be doing, because you will not be able to be aware of the fact that you are actually doing the best possible thing in order to protect people in your life who means to you the most. You're doing something remarkable. And at the same time, when it comes to that wise choice, what is actually going to be your turning point here is like, you already had like your heart broken over the last like a year or two. Your heart was broken and it needed healing. And it's not about that, but it's about you being reminded, your heart being broken. And this is actually going to be the breaking point for you, because you're now suddenly going to be reminded, what, my heart was already broken, blah, 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 before I tried this and that, I don't want to do. And then that in itself, it's actually going to make you to do this, because you wouldn't want to allow yourself to kind of go through something that you've already been through. But if you don't take that, made you feel really bad and it broke your heart, and by making this wise choice, you are going to prevent this from happening again. Yet again, the power of learning on your spiritual journey is going to come up on top and take over the situation in the best possible way, and you're going to drift towards where you should be drifting at this stage in your life. But you are again going to need to be patient, and you are at this stage going to need to follow the certain rules, because this is only the beginning indeed. So now, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of December, mid part of December, and the last part of December. The first part of December, just remember simple joys in life. Simple joys in life. When this is, because you are going to feel a little bit nostalgic, and once you start feeling nostalgic, you are going to be drifting towards the certain aspects of your past a long time ago. This in itself is going to highlight the certain things that are missing in your life that were bringing you so much happiness. And now it's time to think how you're going to do this. How can you bring it in and make your life more happy? The mid part of December, is just basically there is something so important that you are going to learn that is going to make you feel so curious. But then at the same time, this is something that is actually going to give you a really, really remarkable idea that most certainly you should take on. And the last part of this month, it's very important to try to nurture yourself and nurture your life. Try to kind of meditate as much as you can. Try to reward yourself as much as you can. Try to think about work-life balance, as much as you can. But most importantly, if you can somehow to spend the time within the nature, at least maybe once a week, or at least 2 or 3 times a week, it would be fantastic, because something really remarkable it's actually going to happen. You will realize, especially within the last about 11 days in December, the more you visit the nature, the more ideas you're going to have. The more you visit the forest, nature, or the river, or the sea, the more ideas you are going to have, and the more new ideas you are going to have. You're not going to be able to believe how amazing this is actually going to be, but it's all down to the fact that very kind of important stage of your life it's about to complete. So this is about a new stage starting. So when the new stage starts, then we are showered with the ideas, and us reconnecting with the nature only brings the best out of us indeed. Things that have been at the back of our subconscious mind for such a long time, they just come out indeed. So now, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. Now you're going to need to work on the certain problem, my gorgeous Capricornius, because I think that you as the couple had some kind of disagreement and some kind of problem in the past, but you didn't work on it, and this is karmically stuck in the past. So that problem is going to come back and come back and come back until you resolve this, and it's to do with the problem that it was like some kind of argument, and then it was something was left unresolved. But this is important, more important than you could possibly imagine for you as the couple, because if this is left unresolved, then it's just going to turn into something much bigger and much worse later on. So at least now, at the beginning of December, my gorgeous Capricornians, the couples, you are really going to have a bit of a bickering about something, just a bit of a bickering about something, and then that in itself is going to make you extremely defensive, and so you have to work on this, and this is important because it's going to help you to move on after that moment in time, and it's going to bring you closer together. So when that little problem comes up and you feel this defensive, you need to work on this, because it is going to bring you so much closer together. You will see what I mean. You're going to feel closer than you've ever actually been, and this is the power of the karmic kind of resolvement. that I'm talking about. And also, when it comes to those of you who are single, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know what? It is basically so important for you to understand that the person, very special person, is going to walk into your life at the time when you are completely honest with yourself. When it comes to new project, you are going to be thinking about a new project, and that is going to be on your mind at around the mid-December. And the new project that you're going to be thinking about, it's like pretty much so it's to do with yourself, it's to do with your personal life. It's to do with you kind of thinking, what can I do next? Where can I go? Where can I meet new people? Where can I just go and start enjoying my life again, you know? But it is also to do with you thinking about a new element. So it's to do with a new project in your life. And at around that time, so it's a new project, but it's to do with yourself, and you're working on yourself at around the mid-December. And at that moment, so you are going to already be like kind of keen and eager to go and visit certain places. You will see what I mean. But at the same time, there is going to be very interesting message that you are going to get, and that message that you are going to get, it's like really kind of going to put a big smile on your face, because there is going to be a really big weight that is going to be lifted off your shoulders, and that message that you're going to get, it's although going to be with an aspect of your life that has got nothing to do with emotions, nothing to do with love, it's to do with the success and things like that. But at that moment, it couldn't have happened at a better time, because it's on one hand going to make you feel so good, optimistic, it's going to put a big smile on your face, but also through the power of synchronicity, you will somehow going to be able to like kind of connect these two things together. New project that you have been thinking about yourself, and now suddenly you get this message that makes you feel so good about your finances, about the certain things moving on, nothing to do with emotions. It's only kind of going to answer, you know, certain question to you, like in a very kind of unusual way. So this is like going to be very kind of sacred sign that you're going to be recognized that this new project is something that is indeed going to bring, just like that, success into your life and a big smile. It is not about meeting the right person this month, my gorgeous Capricornians. It's not about the right person this month. It's a January and February. I'm sorry, I sit in January and February, but December is as important when it comes to you being honest with yourself, and when it comes to you realizing what is that, where do you need to go, what was that new project to do, you know? It's more about you finding yourself on that path, and also having a really great sign that things are, most importantly, going to work out for you so amazing. By the time you get to the January and February, there is someone special who is about to walk into your life, but this is your sign. How and when this is precisely going to happen, or where, especially where this is going to happen, you know, it's more important than ever. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Capricornians. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.